up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Tajay Sharp now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Brissett to throw on first. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Here we go.
To throw is Brissett. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing again, Brissett on second and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Brissett into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself.
This is caught inside the 15. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the pitch goes to Miller. Oh, look at the juke. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Brissett. And incomplete on the deep ball. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They go play action here on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
First down, Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Play action now, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson going for the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Watson going to give this one to Miller. finding room to the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. Watson now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Sean Weatherspoon. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. This is Marshall. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And here's Marshall. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. A 1st down throw for Brissett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On play action, Brissett. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They go play action with Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think the Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now Marshall. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Brissett. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, Brissett. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A very solid gain of 27. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll go again to Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Brissett now. And he's got his man Hilton. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Marshall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this blitz coming, and down he goes. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. The second down carry for Irvin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Watson on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and it's third down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Indy. 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Let's go!
We're set on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dylan Cole. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the 50, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And some room to roam now. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run with Foreman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here we go!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Brissett to throw on first. It gets it over the middle of Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We're set now on second down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett, and that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Staying on his feet. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they'll get this down to the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Throwing now, Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Foreman. Finding some room at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.